Okay, so I had an idea for like a challenge I could give myself. So you might have clicked on the video wondering, what does he mean by weekly boss gauntlet? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one team and I have to use that team to fight every single weekly boss that Genshin Impact has available. And if I lose any characters along the way, there will be no reviving them. As well, if I lose all of my characters in a domain, then I gotta start over. There's only about, I think, 2 bosses you really gotta like worry about, since those are like, okay, if you don't bring these specific elements, I'm going to kill you, I'm gonna kill your family, and I'm gonna steal all your carrots in Uma Musume. And quite frankly, I cannot be having all my carrots in Uma Musume stolen. Alright, I'm trying to get Halloween Rice Shower in Super Creek. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what one team could take care of every single weekly boss in Genshin? I don't know, but that is for us to figure out. So, like I said, there is only 2 bosses that come to mind that are like, okay, so I need to have these specific elements or I'm cooked. I'm thinking the Natlin weekly boss, the one that requires you to use Natlin characters, and the Mondstadt weekly boss that requires you to use Freeze. How are we going to achieve this exactly? Now, I don't really care about everyone else. Those other weekly bosses are kind of manageable, mainly because power creep. So, character that came to mind first is like Malvika. She's Natlin, she does a lot of damage, but she's Pyro, not Cryo or Hydro. And any of her teams only has about like one Hydro or Cryo at most, that being Sitlali. But there is a version of Malvika's team that has something like Mulani in it, where you would have these 2 characters being like your main sources of damage. And if you have Sitlali in the team, then this takes care of the Hydro and Cryo situation we need for the chess piece people. As well, they're all Natlin, so then they can take care of the other guy that I don't remember the names of, and these 2 would basically just take turns dealing damage. So this is what I'm looking at currently. Now the question is, do we put Salonin in the last slot here, or do we put Bennett in the last slot here? I mean, I don't think either option's exactly terrible, because, well, they both heal, they both buff us like crazy. I think just to get that extra edge on the Natlin boss, we'll just go with Zalonin. So yeah, full Natlin team, people. This is where we are at currently. Now this might be a bit of a long video, so we're just gonna start rapid firing through this stuff. Now we're gonna do this in chronological order of when these guys were released. So I would try to use my knowledge to the best of my ability, because I've seen all of these weekly bosses come out. Yeah, I know, I'm a little bit of an unk. Alright, so starting off with an absolute joke of a weekly boss. Sorry to all of you Durin fans out, Dvalin fans out there. Sorry, wrong character. He doesn't come out yet, so we'll just go ahead and pop this and wait for him to get close enough for us to hit him. Okay, well, one single shot and he's down. Ooh, just climbing on his neck with that is actually kind of nice. Alright. Yeah, like, dead. Alright, next boss. I sometimes forget that this guy exists because he's like, he doesn't have his own domain. He just touched his sword and it'll pause. Also, if you guys couldn't tell, I'm a little under the weather, just like in my last video, because I record all of these in one day. Now, this guy is immune to Cryo, which is perfectly fine. I don't think I was really itching to use Cryo. Alright, so he is currently got Pyro on him, and he's already doing this thing. Surely he can't hit me while I'm on my motorcycle. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's do a couple of donuts until he decides he wants to stop running around like a bozo. Any day now. There we go. Did I ever put my weapon back on Sitlali? Well, anyways, another weekly boss down. Let me... Nope, that's why her thing isn't resetting. I took it off from my Shield Showdown video, which you guys should totally watch after this. Okay, so after that, I believe was good old Tartaglia over here, which this also shouldn't be hard at all, considering I've beaten this guy well over 200 times by now. Alright, let me just throw a inflatable shark at him, and that just took all of his health. Okay, you guys saw how much health he still had left. Do not teleport? He teleported. That's why I didn't use her burst yet. Dead. Jesus Christ. Look, I knew power creep was crazy, but Jesus Christ, I didn't think it was this crazy. Alright, next up, Ajdaha. Type in the comments if you remember this guy exists, because I certainly forget that he does. And he's Electro and Pyro, so Malvika is definitely going to struggle here. But that's fine, that's why we have Milani here. I don't know how useful Sitlali is for Milani, but we'll get it, I guess. Oh, okay. Well, we're already off to the next phase then. He does a cringe thing where he like puts these little pyro things in the floor, and then if you get hit by it, you just start taking like a bunch of damage. What do you mean he's about to absorb the powers of Electro? Bro, I swore this thing used to be much harder than this. Apparently not. He's dead. Bro is dead. Alright, comes up out of the ground and dead. Bro. Okay, hold on. There we go. Bro had a slither of HP left. Trying to get one up on me. Okay, and then after Leeway, we got good old Inazuma with Signora. Man, I remember doing all these like week after week. But then like, well, I have most of these characters, so I don't have a reason to farm some of these characters. Come on, where's the moth at? Where's the moth? There we go. Alright, and then we just want to use Mulani for this half. Oh yeah, she totally dies here. She totally dies here. Alright, we came a little close to dying there, but we got that. So this next boss might be a little bit concerning, but if we just lock in, we should be fine. And next up we got the Raiden Shogun. Yeah, I don't care about this attack. Literally, it's nothing. It's literally nothing. Well, there goes all of my concern. I thought I was gonna die there. Apparently not. Alright, so after the Raiden Shogun, there was Sumeru, I believe. I believe it was Sumeru, and it was Wanderer. This is probably my least favorite one, because the second phase is just purely waiting. Like, you're just waiting, running around for, like, well, this little stupid thing next to you to drain a shield or whatever, because you can't do it yourself. It's stupid. It's such a bad boss fight.
Bow before me, worm.
And phase 1 is done for. Now I'm gonna cut out the entirety of this next phase because it is such a nothing burger of a boss fight. So, cool transition. Okay, so it has just come to me. Is there a way I can deal with all of these? Oh, uh-oh. Hold on, does Hydro take care? No? Okay, Cryo takes care of it. Oh, okay, she can snipe those. Ooh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, and there, throw that at him. Oh, but we lost Mavuika though, that's not good. Okay, so we're just Mulani gaming the rest of the way here, except there's no Pyro. Oh, this is not good, chat. Bro, she does no damage. Okay, now she did damage, what?
I can't.
Yeah, losing Mavuika is actually kind of big here. And I did say I cannot revive anybody unless I want to start over. We're already like halfway through this. But we got the Narwhal fight that comes up next. Alright, cool montage of me going through all these bosses again. Okay, so I came back to the wolf and it's still dead. What is the read cooldown on this exactly? I'm not claiming that. Yeah, wolf's dead. Next fight. Alright, take two. Now that I know that Silali can just do this. Just snipe him. Hello, Silali? Silali, hit the thing. Hit the thing, Silali. No, Mavuika, off the bike, please. Phew. And he should just die. Remember guys, just to lock in. Alright, I believe a Pep is next up on our list, if I remember where that's even at. Here? Yeah. Okay, Broski is kind of dying, and Broski should be dead. Yeah, alright. The tumor has dropped. Alright, there we go. I think Sumeru has like the most boring weekly bosses. Blast him with that, and this should just kill him. Alright, next weekly boss, and we are off to Fontaine. So let's see, our first one we got is the Narwhal here. Now, I don't remember if this thing has like Hydro immunity or not. That's why I didn't want to try and go into this without Mavwika and just Mulani, because Hydro immunity, and I am not very confident with my Mulani. In fact, let's just quickly go over her build real quick. 30,000 max HP, 46 crit rate, 196 crit damage. What is it? Ring of Yakshi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. 4-piece Obsidian, C0, and 688 talents. Yeah, a very mid Milani, if I'm gonna be real with you. Wait, how badly do we need a Fontaine character for this? Surely we don't need it that badly, right? Oh, can we hit him? Can we hit him? Oh, we can. Oh man, we were so close to killing him. Oh well. We just have to... Hello? Okay, second chance. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on, come on. Hurry up. Mavwika, please. Oh, it's dead. Alright, cool. Didn't even have to go to his next phase. You know, new units are just absolutely crazy. Alright, I've been fighting this one a little bit recently, if you've guys seen my other videos, and that is the Knave. Alright, gotta remember, doing charge attacks doesn't remove Bond of Life. Alright, well, phase 1 is down. Alright, surely we get her here? Alright, cool. Yeah, Mavwika is just a little too OP. Alright, so next up is Natlin, and there's only one weekly boss here, actually. So that means you only have 2 weekly bosses left, which means we have the hardest weekly bosses to deal with. Now, this one shouldn't be that bad, considering our entire team is Natlin, but it's the next one that's a little concerning. Alright, haven't fought this thing in a hot minute, and quite frankly, I do not miss it. I am... What? Bro, what even happened there? I literally like, huh? Literally nothing happened and she just died. Greetings, Editor Patty here. I got a little curious mid-editing and I decided to, you know, actually read. And what happened was, well, I was just basically picked at random to die. Yeah, some of its attacks cause stackable attrition that after a time would just have your character lose HP. Just no HP for you. Is there a count? No counter. You just lose HP. How do you prevent? You just don't. If you get hit, you suck. Just don't get hit. Oh, and then Night Soul aligned elemental attacks will break the ward more effectively. Yeah, you're gonna see in this fight that that's just a load of bullshit. I'm sorry. Literally, I have no idea what happened there, dude. Like, bro just was like, you must die. Okay, cool. No other additional instances of damage. It's just one taps my character. I might just revive Zelona because that was just straight up bullshit. Like, what do you mean she died? What even killed her? Okay, got it. Mulani sucks at dealing with this thing. This part is also just stressful because, like... Oh, cool. And we're low on HP, because why not? Bro, I hate this boss. Literally an entire team of Natlins, and it was not enough. Okay, well, we iframed that, so that's fine. Honestly, I didn't know I could do that. Okay, well, I cannot. Bro, I'm sorry, what is going on? Bro, I don't even... Okay, so I got hit with a bunch of stuff right there, and it did not kill me. Alright, chat, this was just bullshit. Like, literally none of that was my fault. I'm not redoing this entire thing again. Screw what I said before. I am not doing all of that again, just to get one-tapped again by this dumbass boss. Alright, so crazy how that doesn't like insta-kill me that time. It's very crazy how these bosses just don't work. Am I tweaking out, chat? Absolutely I'm tweaking out. Come on, die already. There we go. Alright, one last boss to go, and low-key, I'm not looking forward to it. Because if that told me anything, this next one is probably just going to pull some shit out its ass. Alright, Queen Peace ain't got shit on me apparently. Uh-oh. Quick, throw the nuke at him. And dead. Okay, so they just never got to that part of the fight where they start, hey, you better freeze us or we kill you. Alright, so here we are at the end of our little gauntlet challenge. Did I fail? Yes. Yes, I did. Because that Natlan one, it's so dumb. What even killed me? Like, it's such a bad boss fight. Even the characters they want you to use for that fight also aren't that much more effective than just not using anybody at all. Like, you're telling me, oh, I need a Natlan? Let me just pull from Milani. Oh, what's this? She doesn't fill the bar up at all? What? Anyways, if you guys want to try this challenge out for yourself, well, you already have the guidelines to do that. Just, you know, this is probably the best team you could probably use for that. But if you guys have a better idea than just a full Natlan team, leave that down in the comments below. And while you're down there, hit the like and subscribe button. Lets me that you guys want to see more random stuff like this or other random things like whatever the last video I posted was. I already forgot the name of it. And make sure you join my Discord server. Links will be in the description. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Cue the outro.